Lady Malys returns to the tabletop in Warhammer 40k for Drukhari as a brand new epic hero. But who is Lady Malys, and where does she fit into the lore for Drukhari? Let's dive into the brand new Drukhari Codex to find out what the Codex authors reveal about this crafty Archon. Lady Aurelia Malys, the Maze Weaver. Cunning beyond the comprehension of most Drukhari, Lady Malys forms the living heart of her own branching labyrinth of interwoven schemes and contingencies, each intended to further the power of her cabal and backed up by her merciless martial prowess. Lady Malys is an intellectual titan. Her incredibly complex schemes have safely seen her cabal, the Poisoned Tongue, through many of Kamara's most significant upheavals, and secured her a lofty spot in the Dark City's political firmament. Long ago, she was Asdrubal Vex's chosen consort. Even then, she was one of the few beings who could challenge him on a cerebral level. Yet still, the Supreme Overlord eventually cast her aside, ostensibly tired of the distraction she provided. To be dismissed as an irrelevance was an enraging slight that Aurelia Malys could not ignore. It was not long before she formed her own cabal and began climbing the perilous rungs of Kamarite power. Thanks in no small part to their Archon's prodigious foresight, the Cabal of the Poisoned Tongue has long been a formidable power in Kamara. Ever the ambushers and rarely the ambush, the Poisoned Tongue only fights battles that are to their benefit and always know when to abandon territories, shift hideouts, or otherwise sidestep the malevolent attentions of plotting enemies or disastrous bad luck. When Vex staged his infamous Great Wake, during which he arose amidst his apparent funeral to murder all those who had conspired to assassinate him, Malys had already relocated the bulk of her cabal to the Webway, where they avoided the savage purges altogether. In recent times of the Kamarite Civil War, following the disjunction, some have claimed Malys is building an alliance of Archons to finally remove Asdrubal Vex from power and place herself on his throne. Yet contradictory rumors persist that the Maze Weaver is Vex's agent in this, and that she is instead drawing out those of dubious loyalty so that they might be dealt with as a prelude to some greater and more decisive political move. If you want to see Lady Malys and all of her formidable power on the tabletop, check out some of the Art of War battle reports coming out soon, which will feature her, as well as many other new Drukhari rules on the tabletop, led by Archon Skari himself. If you're a fan of Drukhari, now's the best time to check out The Worm at theworm.vhx.tv and that 3-day free trial.